What's up, everybody? This is Under the Arc Sports. I'm Eric Hobbs, and it's time to talk about why Mizzou basketball belongs in the top 25. Before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Guys, Mizzou basketball sitting here 12-1 and back-to-back huge wins over Illinois and Kentucky. They came into this Kentucky game as the 7th team receiving votes, so unofficially number 32, if you want to think of it that way. After this Kentucky win, they're up to number 32 in the NET rankings. That's what the Tournament Selection Committee uses as their metric. And KenPom has them up to 35. I think they belong in the AP top 25. They've earned it. 12-1, 2 big wins. Neutral court, bragging rights, Illinois, and then the SEC opener against Kentucky. Illinois was 16th at the time of that game. Kentucky was 19th. And there's a lot to unpack with these 2 wins. And the first thing is the pace. It's something that, one, is fun to watch and makes Mizzou basketball just a more fun viewing experience than in previous seasons. And neither team was ready for it. Kentucky thought they were, but it kind of reminded me of in 2010 when Mizzou matched up against Clemson in a game that remains Mizzou's most recent NCAA tournament win, where this was Mike Anderson and the fastest 40 minutes of basketball, and everyone's talking about Clemson. You guys like to run too. What do you think about this? Are you going to try and slow it down? I said, no, we like to run. We can keep up with them. And Clemson ran themselves right out of the building. A little bit of that same thing going on with Kentucky. Kentucky is, yeah, we're comfortable running. They were not comfortable playing at the pace Missouri wanted to. Missouri got so many cheap baskets by just beating Kentucky down to the other end of the court. And I think you also have to look at Kobe Brown. Back-to-back monster performances. 61 points in the last 2 games, Illinois and Kentucky, on 33 shots, 10 of 15 and 10 of 18, 30 points and 31 points. That's crazy. And it's enormous, and it kind of changes the narrative on Kobe Brown. Historically, the narrative has been, well, Kobe Brown kind of disappears against the big competition in big games. Against Kansas, the whole team got housed. Kobe Brown was a non-factor. He didn't do anything. Going back even before that, Wichita State, in that game going down the wire, he wasn't even on the court. He was on the bench. He did not play most of the second half. So, yeah, that narrative was alive and well, but that's been put to bed resoundingly after these last 2 performances by Kobe Brown. And that's important for this team. It just helps everybody stay in their role. No one else has to try and do too much. So that's going to be huge for this team going forward. Now, looking ahead, Mizzou sitting 1-0 in the SEC, 12-1 overall. It's fair to reassess goals and say, you know what? It's a little bit of a disappointment to not make the NCAA tournament at this point. I don't think you can call it an expectation, but 2-3 more good wins, and yeah, that might become a thing. But yeah, it's a goal, to be sure. Now, Mizzou's next game at Arkansas. While I do think every game on the schedule is winnable for Missouri, this next game represents maybe the least winnable. And I'm not going to rule it out entirely, but I do think it would be probably an even bigger win than Illinois or Kentucky, in my opinion. Because you got a neutral site game, you got a home game, and now you're talking about an Arkansas team that's better than either of those 2 teams, and it's at their place. So this may be a little bit of a come back to earth type thing for Missouri, kind of a wake up call. A reminder that this team's not about to go 30-4 or anything like that. The team while they are playing different defenses, and that's good, they still need to get better defensively. They gave up a lot of open looks to Kentucky. Kentucky just couldn't hit. Illinois couldn't throw the ball in the ocean from the beach. So, we need to see what happens when Missouri plays as well as they did offensively, but the other team is hitting shots. So, I don't want Mizzou fans to get too excited. Missouri is, I think, about 25th best team. They're playing like it. But they got a ways to go to get to that top level, as we saw in the Kansas game and as I think we might see in this Arkansas game. But, hey, it's fun, guys. This is fun. Mizzou basketball is a fun type of basketball to watch. They genuinely like each other, it seems like. And the chemistry, I mean, yes, winning makes it easier to have chemistry, but they seem like a group of guys who said, you know what, this is a screwed up situation, first year, all of us getting to know each other. Who cares? Let's go have some fun. Let's play some ball. And that kind of carefree attitude is translating into the way they play the game. So we'll see how the rest of the season continues, but the Tigers deserve to, at least for now, be in the top 25. Thanks for checking us out. See y'all next time.